my feet. A wild rhythm I can't defeat. Flames are dancing in the night. A primal fire takes its flight. Primal fire streams through my veins, burning wild like untamed flames. Feel the heat and hear the screams, living in these fiery dreams. Ashes rise into the sky, whispers of the flames that never die. I can't escape this roaring tide, a force of nature I can't hide. Primal fire streams through my veins, burning wild like untamed flames. Feel the heat and hear the screams, living in these fiery dreams. Smoke and sparks, they guide my way through the chaos night and day. I'm consumed, but I feel alive. In this blaze, I thrive and strive. Primal fire streams through my veins, burning wild like untamed flames. Feel the heat and hear the screams, living in these fiery The earth shakes loud beneath my feet. A wild rhythm I can't defeat. Flames are dancing in the night. A primal fire takes its flight. Primal fire streams through my veins, burning wild like untamed flames. Feel the heat and hear the screams, living in these fiery dreams. Ashes rise into the sky, whispers of the flames that never die. I can't escape this roaring tide, a force of nature I can't hide. Primal fire streams through my veins, burning wild like untamed flames. Feel the heat and hear the screams, living in these fiery dreams. Smoke and sparks, they guide my way through the chaos night.
Hi guys, hi mama, hi pizza. That's good to do pizza. So this is one of my more unusual streams. I'm going to continue building. Like I said, we started on stream, I think two weeks ago now. So I'm going to do a quick update on what we did last time. That's probably going to be a good start. So first things first, we are building. I never remember what numbers are here. So that's the kit we're actually building. The original Transformers Soundwave. So that's what we're building. I do have the instructions on the screen so you guys can see what we're doing here. I will have my instruction book in front of me for my own ease. But so previously we started off by building the mini transformed version. Or an extra tile there for the cassettes. And then we have both, just trying to get my camera, Laserbeak and Ravage. That do turn into cassettes as well. And then we finished, we started building on the body last week. So we have the arms and the torso built. We do have a sound brick in this guy as well. And some other working features. It will be fully transferable once it's built as well. So we're going to continue on with this a little bit more today. Probably won't get the full build done today, but we're going to see how far we get. And we have got some new designs for the layout for the build scenes as well. I'm going to try and do a couple more of this because I did have fun last time. So, like I say, yeah, I do have the instructions over here for you guys, which I will scroll through as we're going. And guys, do forgive me, I missed chat. I got a couple of different screens going up at the moment, so I can try and see what's going on. But we are on bag number 7, is where we're starting off with today. I will try to make as little noise as possible when I'm opening these bags, so I know it does come through the headphones quite drastically. And for people, I do have a box to the side which I put the bits. And I have a lid here which I use for my smaller parts, just so it's easy for me to find the parts I want to get to. But how's every weekend been? What have you been up to? And thank you, Mum, for getting the shout outs for me as well. Hi, Emma. How you doing? So, guys, I do need to say this to now Emma's jumped in here. So, Emma's the one that helped me get this new layout for this stream going. Thank you, Mama. So, this better layout that we're using now is thanks to Emma's designs. I love it, Emma. But yeah, we've just done a quick recap. We're going to continue building our sound wave. We do have the torso going, and I'm going to do one thing on here. I'm not sure if this is going to get into trouble. But we do have a sound brick in here. So just so you guys can hear something. So there is actually a sound brick in that guy. Which I was not did not realise when I got this it. What are you up to today, Emma? So I want them to, and then. Hi Kendall, how you doing? Thank you for doing the shout outs, Mama. I'm doing good. Let's continue this a bit more. So, I do have the instructions on screen so you guys can see what we're actually doing here. I don't know why I got two of them, but I need one of them. And I'm going to try and keep it on screen as much as I can for you guys. Yeah, I know you've had a lot going on the weekend, Mama. Uh, what did you have nice, Emma? That's that part, and we'll get. Oops, I should bring the instructions down for you guys. Guys, please tell me if I forget to move the instructions. That's one thing I've noticed I've been terrible with doing. Cedar, welcome in. Thank you for the bit, Cedar. You don't have to do that every time you drop into a stream. You know that. So I feel like you do that every stream. So, what's everybody's plans for the week, guys? A little bit full, guys. I've not seen you play that. I haven't played that for such a long time. Work. Yeah, I get that. I've got a busy day at work, busy week at work as well. But I've got a lot of stuff planned outside of work. So, should probably go through some of this today. So, there'll be nothing going on tomorrow outside of work wise because I don't do anything on Mondays. But we have a co-stream on Tuesday. We have our co-stream on Wednesday. Co-stream on Thursday. So we have co-stream with Sage on Tuesday. Co-stream with Mama on Wednesday. Co-stream with Alan and Sage on Thursday. Friday, I'm going to be doing a raid train as part of the Tea Party. A little stream on for Tea Party on Friday. And then Saturday, we're going to be doing a co-stream with Cedar. So, busy week, but it should be a really fun week. And we've yet to properly decide on what we're doing yet, Cedar, so we'll sort that out before Saturday. Because we had two options. Right, so we will sort that out before Saturday. I'm looking forward to doing that as well, so we've got quite a lot going on. But it's going to be a nice, should be a nice week with everything. So let's get the parts out. I did move it down, yes. So please, someone do tell me if I forget to move the thing down because I know that's something I am terrible at doing. But yeah, I've been having fun with doing these sets. Still learning a lot to do them on stream though, because I feel like I put my hands in the wrong place. block the camera sometimes. Yep, and sorry, pages are flying around. I do have a fan going on because it's a bit on the warm side over here. What I like to do is get the whole pages parts out in one go. So these go into here. So we are building on a leg at the moment, I think is what we're building. I know you've got a vacation coming up soon, so I'm looking forward to that. So let's put all these across here. A well-deserved rest, Cedar. It's going to go into there. I say, guys, if you've got any suggestions for what I'm doing on stream and if I can improve it in any way, do let me know. Like I say, this is a new thing for me. I've just done a couple of them already. I'm trying to get stuff sorted out and get it better. I know I do make some. No, that's not the right trick. I know I do make some mistakes. That makes sense. Sometimes you need that break. Right, so that's 142 parts. That's the parts of the next page. So put that there, not to there. Blue there, and then the grey at the end. Then we're using the greys, followed by the darker grey. 1 minute, guys. So I got that, guys. I had a phone call I had to take quickly. But let's carry on. But how do you find that new season, Cedar, with all the sprites and that on Fortnite? I know I know you haven't been collecting that too terribly, like some of us have. I know, Mum, I still need to get with you for that last sprite as well. Can't give you that one. Hi, Claw. How you doing? How's your weekend going, Claw? Thank you, Mama. No, guys, please tell me when I don't. It's the right screen for you guys. I have been enjoying it. So we've done a fair bit on the previous stream, which is so recap for people that just jumped in now. So previous stream we built the whole upper torso arms along with the two smaller robots. So now I think we're working on legs currently. So we got all the right, that's all the pieces for that one. So on that, long. I like the more type of builds like this as well, the more sci-fi type stuff. So that one, and then we want so I always double count them just to make sure I've got the right length. Hi Remy, how you doing? Remy, you're not late. There's no time to there's no set times for the streams. If you can make it, you make it. If you can't, you don't. So that's so you're not late for anything. Thank you for doing the shout outs. Right, so we've got the whole page. Hopefully I'm keeping the pages on screen for you guys as well so that you can keep track of what I'm doing because I know this book isn't basically clear for you guys to see what I'm doing. I've got it positioned, but that's where I need it to see what I'm doing myself. I'm trying to keep everything on camera. So up to there. And guys, if it's too bright, do say something because I can adjust lighting as well. Thank you for the host, Kendall. So this is a relatively new territory for me. I've only done a couple of streams like this. What, Claw? What did you hit? That's one last time. Claw, thank you for the 4 months sub. Wow, 4 months. That was a lot louder than I remember it being. Ooh, that blew my ears. Thank you so much, Claw. You guys don't have to do any of this, you know that. I'm just glad you dropped by. So I'm just doing stuff I enjoy on streams. And that the fact that some of you guys take the time out of your schedule to come and drop by and be here, that's always more than enough. Claw, you do. You're generally in here lurking when you're on at work and all sorts. I've lost track how many times you've dropped into stream. You said you can't really hear, but you're on your break. Kendall, no, it's not. We don't need to do that. People need to be sensible. Like I say, you guys have come into streams more than enough for me, guys. just going to be plain over the leg. I love the emotes there, Claw. And don't listen to the bear. Anyone, please. I just appreciate you guys dropping by when you can. Oh yeah, I probably should explain that on my thing as well. So that's from a few weeks ago. I bashed my fingernail between at work when I was moving some cages. So I caught it between a cage and a blue tote. Just woke up about 10 minutes, 20 minutes ago. I get that. I mean, there's days where I don't want to get out of bed, or I get home from work and I just want to go to sleep. So I completely understand that. So we want to stick it here for this panel. And what number 3, which is this battery record one. And I hate trying to put stickers on these. There's probably some pro tips out there that make this so much easier than I make it. I want that facing that way. It's 3 or 4 p.m. Yeah, like I said, there's days I get home from work, I take a nap, and so I get that. I understand being waking up at weird times like that. Panels on your. I've got more stickers to go on these. One of them. One of them. And one of them. And we're going to literally just fill that up. These are the 2 neat stickers. So we want 5 and 9. So I do have a van going, guys, so please, if you can hear it, if something is causing any issues, do let me know and I can adjust it. Five, which is that. And the bigger the stickers get, the worse they are to try and put on, I find. So there's our leg. We want this piece on this side, and this piece on this side. Like so. Okay, so we're going to put that piece off to the side by the look of it. No, Claw, this is actually... so we're building Transformers Soundwave. We built Laserbeak and Ravage, which are the cassettes that go inside him. So this is a series from my childhood that I always grew up on, and this is like an interesting Lego set to do. So but it is fully transformable at the end of this as well. It's going to change between the different modes. So it's an interesting build so far. So it's I know Transformers have been going for years now, and this is one of the original designs for the character. So I can't remember when it came out now. Well, technically, Remy, you could actually do that yourself. You have the instructions to build the laser beak, and it literally just be changing the color parts over. So just get yourself replacement parts in black, and is it orange? I think the puzzle was orange. Don't quote me on that. It was orange or gold, one of the two. But I won't. Yeah, yellow. There you go. Yeah, but I don't put it. There's probably a lot of people that have done that, just got replacement color parts and just redone the set. So they've done 3 sets, I believe. So they've done the Optimus Prime was the one set they've done, which I've built that in the past. I did that off a stream. And then they did a Bumblebee. And then they've done the Soundwave, which is what we're doing now, obviously. So I'm interested to see if they've got plans for anything else in the line. So it's been a fun bit. They've been fun builds, all of them. So I would like to see them do some more down the line, but I'm not sure how much they can do because how complex some of them can get. That one that way, and then that one that way. That on top. These two at this end and the flat end. Yeah, so some people are really good at doing what they call the mocks. I'm not. I can't build some of the things that I've seen people do. I have seen that you can get alternative instructions for some of these sets that allow you to build different variations, different ones. Hi Spider, how you doing? Aren't you busy at the moment? I thought you were busy. I'm glad you're doing good. A little bit of Overwatch. That's something that we obviously a lot of us on here know about. Didn't recognise the voice in there with you. You're in the kitchen. Right, so I'm on a fair few parts here. And thank you for doing the shout outs, guys. So guys, I have some great mods in here and I always they always help me out so much that I get told off when I do my own shout outs from them. Don't need 3 of them, I only need 2. But they're great mods. They help me out with everything as much as I need. I say they do tell me off as well when I do stuff that they should be doing. Charms, welcome in. Thank you for the 100 bits. You don't have to do that, guys. It's a free channel. Just come in and have fun. That's all we need to do. You don't need to do anything else. Hey, how's your day going, Charles? What have you been up to for the weekend? So we got that there. Charms, thank you so much. You don't have to, remember. Do we get Charms to shout out? Thank you so much. Yeah, so Charms is a nice relaxing streamer. I don't manage to get into his streams as much as I like. It's one of the ones I keep managing. There's a few people in here that I keep trying to get into streams. I don't always manage to. How was work, Charms? I'm doing good. Just a bit warm over here, but yeah. So this is the set I started 2-3 weeks ago. I just haven't had a chance to carry on with it on stream. I wanted to make sure I got it all done on stream. And Kendall, it is not. But yeah, I started this on stream. I want to try and continue it on stream and get it all done on stream. So it's probably going to take a little bit of time. It's a very decent sized kit and a lot of intricate moving parts for it. Yeah, I get that. I work with you. So it's not it's not I know I work with retail. I know exactly how you mean. So this goes on. That's interesting about that risk need. I wasn't expecting that to be the connection. But yeah. So that goes that way. Okay. Looks like it's right. And I know if you work the last bit of retail, last part of your shift on retail when the stores are closing, that's when everybody decides they want to run in and get something. The last 10 minutes. So there we go. Don't want that piece all away from me. Just got that, got that, got that. Let's go for that piece. And then this one, we want these 2 parts. Yeah, I'm fairly lucky on Sunday as well. I work 8 hours on a Sunday, but the store's only open for 2 of them 8 hours I work, so I don't really have to interact with customers too much on a Sunday. So it is like more of a nice quiet day for me that way. Just dealing with the other colleagues. So these are going to go on here. So you got any plans for the rest of your day, Charms? Oh, I did actually forget to mention this. We do have some new emotes in the channel as well. Because I did, when we did the rebuild the building screen that we've got now, I did add a couple of emotes in there for that. So let's show them off, shall we? So we now have three new emotes that I've added in. Take his kiddo to dad's for a week at some point today, but hoping to. I don't blame you. You need to be rested before you drive. So we want that facing that way, and just going to click. Okay, so this is. So we're actually going to be using this bar here as our connection point. So I've not seen that sort of connection in this before. That's how we're going to use that. I'm going to push that through the pin as a connection. I'm going to get this piece onto here. And then down here we got this going onto here with the cross pin going. So we want that level with them pins. Okay. So, you looking forward to a quiet week then, Charms? Right the kiddo? Or you missed them too much? Okay, so this them parts are what we're going to be doing for the whole next 2 pages. Just going to put these two literally just on top of one another. Like that there and there. Use the L shape to hold everything in place. Use these yellow ones. I never know if the splitting the pin makes any difference, so I always try to do it the way it shows in the instructions. I don't think it'll make any difference, but I just do it to be on the safe side. That's going to go into there. And that's going to come off to the side. Okay. So then I'm going to get this piece that we just finished building. We want that this way. And this piece is going to go where? In there. Just going to rock that back to form that up. I am going to try and keep an eye on the ad breaks, guys, so that we can actually stop and pause for a few minutes when the ads come on. And then we want the piece that we built earlier. And we'll put all three of them into there. And that was it's going to be Lee. Oops, sorry, you didn't guys didn't see any of that with the instructions because I didn't pull them down again. And that's all we need for that bag. So I'm going to do bag 8. So I'm going to get a new bag. I'm going to put our spare bits to one side. And I find out why you get a few spare bits in Lego sets. Because they do it by weight, so they put an extra couple of grams on the bag, each bag. Right, so on bag 8 now. We have 2 smaller bags in this one. Right, so there's nothing else in this bag because I don't want to lose a little tiny piece that can be in that bag. Yeah, so some of these bags aren't easy to get some parts out of. Need to realise anything else in that one. Alright, so on step 8. So that's the part we're working on currently, that's what we have there. Well, it was upside down, but I'm sure that's the way I told that. So one of them. One of these. The bear starting the boobing. And then one of them. Sometimes a stream go past that you don't boop someone. That was a tight fit. Right, so we have this here. It's there. It's going to go in the third hole up. Now this is something that's handy with this. The books they've started doing this. They've done this for years, and it's the measuring guide for the bars. It is. I can't run the bar. So it should be all the parts we need for this page. I know the avatar's not being active at the moment because you can't have it active with the camera. I've only got one camera, and that uses the camera to activate the avatar. So it's just going to be a bit static during these type of streams. Let's shove that in there. I want to keep about a brick out the back of it by the looks of it. We do another one of these. Goes into the end of the brick. It's on top. This is going to go on the front. It's not going to hold securely for now because it's the cross pegs into circular holes, so that's not going to hold anything particularly well at the moment. And guys, if I'm putting stuff in the wrong place, if I'm not on camera or anything, please do say something in chat because I want you guys to see what I'm doing. I say, welcome in everyone. Right, that's welcome in Reaper Mitsuki. Thank you for the raid. How is Overwatch? Welcome in Guineasin. If I butcher anybody's name, you please do say. Oh, a little bit of a leave of company there. I'm glad it's good. So we are actually building the Lego Soundwave figure. So we did a previous build a couple of weeks back where we started. So this is what we're doing today. We're doing carry on with that. I believe we're working on a leg at the moment. Yeah, I've not done the Lego flower set. I prefer like the sci-fi type of kits. And thank you all for getting all the shout outs. But what were you doing on Overwatch? Were you doing the event? Yes. Oh, I like Mystery Heroes as well. That's fun. That's how I learned a lot of the characters in that game. To be honest, I played a lot of Mystery Heroes to learn the characters. Do you have a main, or do you just prefer to play anyone? More enjoy. Oh, nice. Yeah, I wouldn't say I really have a main, but I do have main characters in each role I play. I sort of like Zen and Anna seem to be my main support to go to. I've been doing a bit more Kiriko lately though, and Mizuki. But then I will do a Winston for tank a lot of the time. Winston do seem to be my main two tanks to go for, and then we have generally a Farah or a Cassio soldier for the damage side. A good Junkrat is a nightmare, I know that. I'm just not a good Junkrat. I can't hit anything when I'm trying to hit them. But thank you so much for that raid again, Reaper. Oh, Emery's a good one as well, yeah. Enjoy lunch. Thank you so much for that raid again, Reaper. That much appreciated. And I'm going to try and get into one of your streams soon. It looks like you have a lot of fun in them. From the clip I saw as well. Right, so I am terrible at this, guys. I probably should introduce myself to the people that just come in with the raid as well. So I'm Primal. Doing a building stream today. Generally, I'm do more gaming streams. We do a weekly Overwatch stream. We do Dead by Daylight. No, not I haven't done Dead by Daylight for 7 Days to Die. A whole host of games. Done some Fortnite recently as well. So I like my variety of games. I don't like to be sort of with a couple. I generally do a lot of multiplayer games. I have people join me. And I typically do that. It's coaching into some a lot of the time I do coaching with some of my mods as well. So well, I've got two of them. I only want one of them. I'm just making sure I have got the instructions on screen for you guys because I am terrible at not keeping them on screen. Yeah, it's not the first time I've done it today. So two of these on top of one of these. Keep that on camera. And then one on there. And then these going. Oops. That one bar's moving that I didn't want to move. So it should be about half and half out each in, so that looks about right. I'm going to start building some structure here. This, one of these on it. The other one going the opposite way. That's not even on camera either. I was trying to get on camera. I've put it high enough. I just haven't. I put too much to one side. And we put the three across there. And then that way. And then finish this off with the plate. But the plate needs a sticker. Which is 13. And sticker placement is something I absolutely dread doing because I like to try and keep them straight. I don't always manage it. So this is going to come to here. And that's just going to sit on there for now. And then bring the page down. We have a grey bar. So I'm using the measuring thing, which you can't quite see on the screen. So there's that measure. That's the right one. Want two of them. One of them. One of them, and one of these. So this piece here that we just built, let's have the pin go through there. It's going to hold all this together. Okay, so that's all held together. Then we're going to build another structure that's going to go onto that. So you know what, while I'm not moving on that leg, I'm going to move that out the way. Just so I give myself a little bit more room to work with. And we'll go that way. That's going to go underneath. There's a bit of slight angle it says. That's going to go on there. Like so. Next page, we want three of these bright yellow great slopes. And three there. And we're actually just going to put them on top of each other. That's going to sit on top of that. That's how we'll be doing that next page. So, what's time? So I am going to have breaks going now, any second I think, so I'm going to pause here for a second. Oh, ad breaks actually started. Ugh, I didn't realise that, sorry guys. Right, if anyone is still here, I just realised we have had an ad break going, so I'm going to pause for a second. A little bit while the ads are finishing running, and then we'll continue. So sorry for anyone that was in ads. Welcome back from the ads, guys. I'm sorry about that. I didn't realise the ads had started. So let's get everything back to running. So what we did there is we basically put 3 panels on a tile and put the tile on top of the front here. And that's all we did while you guys were in the ads. I am going to try and keep an eye on the ads a bit closer this time, so we can stop that happening again. But we are going to get through as much as we can tonight on this circuit. I do have work tomorrow, so won't be a terribly long stream today. Two of them, one of them, And then on that plate, there, one inverted, one like that. So I think we have everything. Yep, we do have everything. Nope, we're missing the yellow. That's what we're missing. How did I miss the brightest coloured piece? One, two. Let's go on here. Go underneath. That hinges onto these two. Okay, so that's there. Then we bring this onto there. Actually, it's straight. And you want some panels. So 3 wide plates. And then we'll get the pieces for the next page here. I am on the right page for you guys, yeah. So that's all the parts for the next couple of pages. So this, we'll put the bigger one on the top. And this one down here. And this one is bringing the piece I've taken off a camera. And we run it this way around. I'm just going to go into them pins up there. So it needs to be up and angled that way. Okay. We've got these parts here. Move that down so you guys can see. Have these over to into each other. Stick that one through the end one. About halfway it looks like. So this can go into there. I'll put that pin on the wrong side. That should be on that side. And that is going to pin into there. Okay. So then move over to the next step. One of them, we'll put the Lego here out the way. One of these grey ones and one of these. Put that into there. I'm just going to go on the opposite side of that. So like a double ball jointed system there. Right, now we've got a bit more of a substantial build. It looks like we don't need this again for a minute, so put that to one side again. 6. There's 4. Yes, that's all the parts we need for this next step. So this is going to go, no, that way. I had it hanging over the wrong end. We want this on this way with this piece on the end. We want that on there like that. And then this like that. So 185. Oops. Sorry guys, I'm trying to stop my page from blowing up. We'll get the page full of parts out. Step 1 part, step 2 parts. And there's the parts we want for that one, the 3 parts. And that should be all the parts we need for the page you guys can currently see. So I want this at the back, this on the front, the right angle down here, and the 2 on top of that. Here we want that down there, that down there, that on there, on there, and then we want the empty panel facing upwards and tile it off with these 3. Okay, so we got that. Want that and them 2. One of them. 2 of these. 2 of them, and then 2 of the pins. So this is going to come round. We want to make sure we got it right round. So blue is going to go on top of blue. Dark red is going to go on top of the other greys. And put that to one side. And we start with a double pin through here. Then we get these and put one on either side. Just to it so that's the exact orientation it shows on there. So that way. Then we have these on the opposite end, upwards. I'm just going to connect into there, like so. So these two arches there, and I'll put them onto that, and onto that. Then I need the piece I took away again, and this is gonna connect like that, I think. I've done that right, haven't I? Yeah, they go there. So not sure how that's on there. That's going to stay there like that for now. One of them, and two more of them. One of them, and one of the longer brackets. We want that and that. That's everything we need for this next couple of steps, which I do have on screen. So I have to keep checking that because I know I keep messing that up. But how's the weekend been going, guys? What you've all been up to? Thank you for the host, Kendall. That one in there. In there. So we go on the bottom there. And that's going to go there. I get a feeling I don't need the legs in place, the big leg piece here again. Yeah. So that's what we're going to be able to learn a lot of stuff without that piece being relevant. So let's put that out of the way again. Just give ourselves a bit more room to work with. Want that. That looks like everything we need. Just want this here. Just go into there like that. Let's start building this structure up down here. Just going to go in there. Just going to angle out to the side like that. Then this piece we previously built is going to come into there, and that's going to go into that gap. Okay. One, two. So we want 7 of these parts. Move that down so you guys can see what we're doing. That's the one with the stud on the top. I want not that one. One of these bright blue bricks. And then 2 of these. And we want 5. Right, that should be all the bits we need. So here's the structure we got. Just going to put these all the way across the top of it. Hi Jesse, how you doing? I'm doing good, Jesse, thank you. How's your weekend going? It's a bit of Palia. Yeah, I've been I was at work today, so it's not been too bad at work today. It's going good. I believe we're working on a leg, from what I can tell. So this is the second stream I've done on this. First stream we made quite a bit of progress, so we did get a fair bit done, which I'm putting these in so people could see. So the first stream we did, let's move these out of the way. We did the 2 smaller parts of the set, which is I think they call it a condor and a jaguar. So we built them to previous stream, and then we built the upper torso last stream as well. So we have this section here that we built previous stream. And so far we've been working through what I think is one of the legs we're working on currently. So we have a big block that I've set off to the side. Just gives us a bit more room to work with this piece we're doing now. I have been trying to keep the instructions on screen for you guys as well, so you can see what's going on. So that's one thing I've been trying to do. I do sometimes forget to slide it down. But yeah, it's quite an intricate build we're doing. Like moving parts of it. That's that piston. You got any plans for the rest of the evening, Jesse? I know you said you've been playing Powerwood. How have you been finding that since the update? And it's had a major update recently. I played it a while back, when not long after it come out. That's going to go straight onto there. Yeah, I know it was a recent update it went through. So I played it a while back in the past, but I haven't really touched it recently. I did actually reinstall it recently, give it another go. So it's installed, I just need to get on it and have a go at it. But with work and other things going on this week, it's been a bit hectic. So let's do this. Yeah, I remember some of the pals being quite interesting in what they did. I hope they. The one problem I did have with that game when it first came out, I hope they fixed it now, was some of the building mechanics was a little bit wonky. It was hard to get stuff to go where you wanted it to. I hope that's one thing that was fixed, because that's one of the things I did struggle with. Right, let's go down here. It goes on the end. And here we want this triangle piece at the end here. Where's slope? Trying to do that without actually knocking the piece over. There. Not onto there. Not onto there. Okay, so we have that structure done. Right, now we're going to plate this over by the looks of it. So that's how we want the leg orientate. That's how we want that piece orientated. And we want the four at the bottom. These two longer ones come on either side. That's going to go on top and just cap off that area. Then we have the two slopes here at the end, go that direction. That's going to go into there. And we want two of these, one of them, oops, page blown up and everywhere. That there. We have one block there. So these are going to go at the back. Back. There. There. And there. We do have a Finneon in chat for Pokemon catchers if anybody is into that. So we just want two panels.
Hi, how are you?
Hi Skeeker, how you doing? What have you been up to today, Skeeker? Can I get a shout out for Skeeker, guys? Before I get myself into trouble doing it. Right, there you go. So we've done that. Now we want the piece we took out of place. And bring that back in. And this is going to be facing which way? A little bit of marbles on this. I feel like I've done something wrong in part of the structure here. So that's gonna sit there. I feel like I've done something wrong on that bit, so I'm gonna just go back and check. That doesn't seem to look right. No, that's definitely how it should be. What have you been up to, Skeeter? Mate, just got home from the gym. I hope it was a good session at the gym, Skeeter. That means you did. That means you worked out. Had a good workout then. Yeah, that means you had a nice good workout then. Uh, you got any plans for your week this week, Skeeter? This is gonna go into here. Let's... Okay, so there's so many moving parts in this piece. Right. Now I'm gonna turn it around this way. Okay, so that folds up. All right, there. So it folds up that way. Done what it's told me to do. And now I want to get the body. And it would help if I move the page down for you guys to keep an eye on. So get the body down. And we'll get this way. It's going to go into the arm out my way. Yeah, that's what I intended by the way. It's going to go into there. Okay. So you got what looks like the start of a leg going on. Sure, it's complete. Okay, yeah, that is connected properly. It just seems a bit wobbly. Okay, so bag line. Looks like we're going to be doing the opposite leg. So we'll get our next bag done. And guys, something I want to quickly do here before we move into the next step. I know I have a little bit more time for us. What I want to do is do a shout out to a couple of my mods in here at the moment. They've been really helping me with these streams. So there's one. And there's... Wait for the clip to finish and then we'll get this. And there's the second one. So They're two of my mods that really help me out in stream, guys. I know they're both here currently now, and they do a lot to help me out. Even when they were playing with me in games, they are they tell me off to do my own shoutouts. Even when they're joining with me for all games. So back number 9. So bag 9. Hi Mint, how you doing? And you're both welcome, guys. Like I said, my mods are great. They help me out so much, and I want to try and make sure that you know they both stream as well. They stream as well. I want you guys to go and know about them. I say I do co-stream with them every now and then as well. So that's empty. So what are you guys thinking so far? Oh, a headache. Oh, them are not nice, Lint. I hope it goes away soon. I hope it's not one that's caused by the weather, because them are a nightmare to get rid of. I know Mint doesn't like a shout out, so we're not going to do that. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, Mint. Alright, so one bag 9 here for you guys now. So it looks like we're doing the opposite leg now. So you want these two. Grey one. We want one of these. There we go. So I've got 4 bits we need now. Just go on top of that again. Let's go onto this side. Yeah, one should be hanging off. Black, light blue, dark blue. There you go. That's how that should be. Scroll down here for you guys. We want that. And 4. We'll get the next couple of steps here while we're at it. So I'm trying to get the whole step through a page. That way I'm not going back and forth trying to find bits all the time. So 4 yellows. 4 yellows, 2 of these blues. And then a grey one. So I just want to make a beam with these all the way across. And then two are going to go together. I'm going to stick these two together afterwards. Then here goes there. There, and there. So let me go to the next page. That's a great one, Mint. It's a very gibberish game though, because most of the games I used to play used to give you 3 lives. So that's a generous game you're playing there with that one. Hi Sage, how you doing? Can we get Sage to shout out these guys as well? Right. Bit of Dead by Daylight with some very familiar voices in there. That's all the parts there. How you doing, Sage? What have you been up to today? Right, so there's all the parts we want. This step. So the yellow, we want the grey on this end. Yellow there. Blue there. Grey. So there's a lot more yellow in this kit than I realised. Grey at this end. Blue. Blue. And that. I missed one piece just now, so let's see if we find the page first. What's the other territory? Where do you find all these mints? You must have a book of them somewhere. Oh, what's I mean? I am missing a piece. There's. I got one piece. Do you have a book you write all these down in a mint? Right, there you go. So that's right. So next step. So I think now we're doing the opposite to what we built. So some of this may go, will probably go a little bit quicker because it is like a mirror image of what I've already done. Nice. You have some really good ones you come up with, Mint, I'll be honest. Some really good ones you put in here. But I want to say thank you to everyone that's turned up today, guys, so far. I really appreciate you guys taking time out to drop by and be here. And that's the most important, that's the most valuable thing you guys give. It's time. Because everybody's got a lot going on in their lives. So any little bit of time you choose to spend in here is greatly appreciated, guys. You don't realise how much I appreciate that. Right, so square piece goes all the way to the end. Goes there. That piece there. And the grey there like that. There. There. Then we lay it flat, and then we're going to start covering it. Yes, that's what we want. So we'll start on this side with that one there. Grey on top of that. That there from the one end to the other. And grey there. This one is the same, we're all overlapping the edge. Okay. Oh, this is a interesting little bit here. They've got a little note on the manual. You guys can probably read that as well. The model's conversion is directly inspired by the engineer's original toy. We added some additional steps and functions like collapsing shin panels when adapting the design to Lego form. It's just an interesting idea. They've just added a little bit of information on how they've come up with the ideas and what they wanted to do to change it slightly. Oops. So it's going down here at the bottom. We want the blue stripe, black stripe. We'll leave the gap for that one until I got it stickered up. There you go. So let's stick a number 2 on here. go on that way up. Right, so there's one step parts. You just want these two, and these both want stickers on them. So we will be done with the stickers pretty soon on the set, because they're all pretty much been used now already. There you go. So one more piece that was used on the knee, I believe, and then the plaque piece. Surprised I was trying. I'm actually getting these first attempt as well. Let's go that way. So I just knocked me light there. I didn't realise. So that went a bit dark. Turn that round. There you go. Let's put these pieces into the next structure. The ankle, the shin piece, I think it is. Yeah, it should be all the parts for the pages that are visible for you guys. Right, double stack two of these. Stick this through here. We've enough snap for one plate. Stick some of these on top. On top, and then this will go in here, not going all the way through. And we do that. Is and then we do the same on the other side with but so any plans for the rest of the week, Sky? Any plans for your new week, guys? Everything nice planned, or is it just the usual like working things with most people? Uh, and I got a busy week at work. I've got a few extra couple extra days. I am doing shorter days, so I'll be home a bit earlier. I haven't, like I say, I have got quite a bit going on outside of work today with streams and that. Not today, this week. I think I have a lot of fun with that. Right. So, to these on top, and another one on top of that. Slide that onto hips. I'm trying to break it. Yeah, that's level up. I'm going to start building structure over here. So this to go into this one. That one coming off the top of that. That there. Just go across the two like that. Go on to either side. On top. And then we're going to put another sticker on that. I'll put the sticker sheet to one side because we're not going to be needing that for the rest of the stream, I don't think. Yeah, and now on that one there. So then that's going to sit on top of there. It's not going to sit on there at the moment. It won't stay. That's all parts of the next couple of stages. So don't through too far. We want this to go through there like so. Short one to go through this side. Another long one. Into there. And right, that's all that done, so you can see what we've done. So we're going to do this. That's actually a 2x3 panel with 3 of these stripes on it. That's just going to cap off that end there. Hi B, how you doing? So B, we are building Lego Soundwave. We've built Ravage and Laserbeak that come with him as well. We've got a good portion of the body done. Well, that's a bit of Apex. I've never been good at that game. Oh, and we do have ads running, I think. Oh, ads have been running for a while, so I didn't realise that. I need to do better at keeping track of ads. Yeah. Well, this one can't really roll because of the vehicle mode. Hi, Flaming Skull. How you doing? I've the Optimus Prime was a fun build. I've built that one, and I have looked at the Bumblebee a couple of times. But I have actually built the Optimus Prime. It's actually here to the side of me, so I can actually. Okay, so let's try and get into camera. So there's the Optimus Prime figure. Set. I have built that in the past. I didn't do this one on camera. This is one of the ones this is something I did off stream probably about 2 years ago now. But we do have him, and the Soundwave's looking to be about the same sort of size as this guy. I did have him on the shelf just next to me, so he's not too hard to grab hold of. And it's actually pretty stable as well. Much more stable than you'd realise it would be. Right, so yeah, but we are doing the Soundwave at the moment. And for people who have just come in, give you an idea, that's how far we are now. We've got one leg and one of the torso done currently. So we're missing we haven't completed that leg yet. It looks like we haven't got a foot or anything on here yet. But these are going to be fully transformable as well. That's the thing with them. So we'll see how that works out once it's all been built. Put that back there from now. So we've got this structure done. So you guys can see there. But you've been up to much today? Let's take this page over. I'll flick to on your side so you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep that on the screen for you guys so you can keep a track of what we're doing with the instructions. Just because I know the instructions that I'm working from are not always easy to see. So I'm trying to keep a page there that's nice and clear, not fold up anything for you. So you can follow what we're doing. And I guess it should be good when it's done. Time to say about it. Sounds like you're a busy day there. How's the heat been for you guys as well? That's what something interesting because I know it's been very hot over here. Yeah, and you were having a bit of a heat wave as well. Right, let's go into there, go into that one, that one. So sit onto there. And put it on there. So there's a lot of moving joints in this thing. Right. Down, go to the next page. Some plates. Just got two of these. Two of them and that. So these can go that way around. So you have the two at the top, single at the bottom. Then this is gonna. The bear's booping people again. We will think the bear's ill if she does not doing that, to be honest. Yeah, the jury's out on that one, Kendall. There's a load of people that say otherwise. Let's let them go. That way. And then we want to click this into here. Okay. I did do the next step a bit early, but like I say, we're doing a mirror of the previous leg. There's some steps I know what we're going to be doing. That's stiff. Oops. Stay in place. There you go. So that's a bit more of a page there. Right, so now we're not going to need this for a little bit by the looks of it. So put that off to the side. And get all the parts we want for this next one. Right, so let's go on there that way, that way, that way. Come on the back here, just take a wink. Go on there. So, yep. Right, so now on that, and that. So we're done with all the bigger pieces at the moment. It is now. So this is going to go. This can go on to there. On the end. Single goes underneath. And we're going to build on top of that. sure you're using the correct colours. Just realised I missed a piece. Alright, so that's all there. I realised I just had that off camera. Sorry about that, guys. We were just putting plates on top of each other. On this side, blue panels. Flip over another blue on this side. I'll put a dark grey on that side. And then we're going to do our next structure here. So that's all the piece we need here. So we're going to build this structure. Putting these through here. Have that on either side. It's going to come on the back here. Peg that in. Then we want the piece we just put out back in. And this is going to go into them. So we'll get our next bag ready. We're on bag number 10 now. And it is 12 bags in total. So we may have one more part to the stream because I think I'm just thinking on time because I have got work tomorrow, so I can't end too late tonight. And obviously I don't want to end at a point where we're halfway through a bag. So I'll try to end on a full. But we will have the whole thing built on stream. Might take me another couple of weeks to get it done. Thank you for the help, Kendall. Right, anything else in these bags? No. That's the one thing I hate about these bags. You can never tell if you've got everything out of them straight away. Right, let's get started. Two of them. Like I say, I grab the whole page in one go and work from there. Other people may just do the one step, but I just prefer doing it this way. I know we have some of the Lego builds in here, so how do you do it? Do you just get the parts from one step at a time, or do you just do it like I do and get a full page worth of steps in one go? There's no right or wrong answer how you do stuff like this. It's just the preference that's just how I prefer to do it. Right. And guys, do tell me if I forget to move the page anytime. I do, like I say, this is a new thing to me. I'm still learning to keep stuff on camera. So if I put something off camera, you can't see what I'm doing, do say something. Just want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. So sometimes I do mess up and not have it in the right places. I know that. I'm trying to be mindful that I am keeping stuff on screen. But I know I've at least had a couple of instances where I've managed not to do that, so. Right, so we want it from this side, yep. Put a peg through here. Like that. And that can get put to one side from it, so as does that. We start building this two of these rods, there we go. And two, then that's going to go on top of that. We want that down there. That in there. Then it's going to connect on here by these. Like that. Three there, we want the like one of them. Two of these. One. There you go. So we've got everything we need for this step. And making sure I have got that step on the screen for you guys as well. So build that structure, and that's going to go straight on top of this. Stick this one down here. Put that pivot in there. So there you go, that's that. And then we got this little substructure to build, which I'm missing one part. There we go. Just put these two on the bottom of this. Want that end. And want that there. And so an end one. What we do is drop that down onto there. And that is a very odd connection there. I don't know. Never seen one done like that really. Until this it. This one doesn't have a lot of steps, but it's a lot of major joint structures. So we want that there, and we want to hear the click. That goes into the center there. So it's going to come onto here, like so. Come into here, make sure you have that keyed side in place. You want that through about level on all the pins. Like so. To go there, there. This will go one down. The L shape goes into there. So here we want to stop getting stuck to the pages. That would help. Right, so that's that done there. Then we get this. It's going to go into here. Forward from the cuff. And sorry, I don't show that in the instructions on the screen, but that's what we just done. We just clip that into the back and then fold it up. And here we want this. Into there, like so. Right, so we want that with 4 of these. Want that with this and this. So here we're going to make the full structure. So, down to the next page, you guys. But what's everybody think about the new setup for this building streams, guys? So before I was just using more on the wide gaming stream. But I thought if I'm going to start doing a few of these kits on here, so this is the third kit I built on stream. Yeah, I think it's the third kit I built on stream now, so I thought we'd better start doing something a bit more organised with it. So you at the back. There. So we've got a long structure there. Just want 7 of them. 2 of these and that one. And that one for the next step. 1. 2 of those. 1 flat. 1 of them. So that should take us all the way up to the last, onto this step here. So this is going to go here. So you just want to stack these all the way across. So should have a gap 2 at this end. No, there is the last one. Getting ahead of myself. That goes there, that goes there. Just goes in the middle like that. That little single one goes there. Followed by that. Why did I get 2 of them? I only need 1. There you go. So there's that leg done. Or part that panel done, should I say. Right, should be on 276, 278 now. 2 of these. 1 panel. We want that. And 3. There you go. We want 2. Let's put that onto there. And leave a gap. Yep. That's just go there. Just gotta work around that way around. And these 2 are going to finish up next that stuff is put on. Go on to that. Now we've gone to there. Ow! Just managed to pinch my finger. Into there. Slope this end here. Then that. That's the right place. And this piece here in that gap. I know, Mama. It stung when I did it, so no, I'm not supposed to do it. Wasn't intending to. Right, let's get this piece out of the way. Now, all the things I build off a stream are more, surprisingly more dangerous than this. I haven't actually ever injured myself on that with them ones. So we got that, we got them two, four, we got them two. We want the two slopes on here. Yeah, so one of the other things I do off a stream, I would never do that on stream because it's so much harder. I would have never be able to capture it properly for you guys. But I do the plastic model kits as well, where you have to trim and clean all the pieces up. That's something I will never do on stream because I'm not going to be able to capture that properly to see what's going on because I have to do a lot of close work during them, which means I have the parts closest to my face so I can see what I'm doing. Oops. So all that done like that. There you go. That's a mistake. I just built that all backwards. So you make sure you have the parts like around it when you start building. So we can get everything back off and put it in the right place now. There you go. We managed to get all the tiles back off. That would have been a nightmare. There you go. So that's back how it should be now, after the initial mistake. Right, so we have all the last parts here. So these are going to just go. There you go. That's all in place now. And we'll bring that piece back in that we just taken out. And these, oops, let's bring the page down so you guys can see. These all into place. So what we're doing here is just making a structure that's going to clip into both here and there to make that a bit more secure connection. Alright, so there's this way, start folding everything back in on itself. So you can bring that piece round. Okay. Now, I want to go and get our body again. And try to get the arm out of the way. And again, grip them into place. So we now have that there. So let's slide that out of the way. And there's a little bit of information here on the bottom of the page, which I didn't show you there. And it says, when Soundwave first appears in the Transformers pilot episode More Than Meets the Eye Part 1, he is present on Cybertron and takes the form of a futuristic lamppost to spy on the Autobots. So a little bit of a backstory there as well in the book. That's what I like about the some of these accents to give you a little bit of information on the characters or the vehicle or whatever you're doing. Right. So just looking at the time. So will we have time to build the next bag? Yeah, I think we could probably do the next bag. And then, yeah, next bag's only a small bag. So we can do the next bag. And then we'll end on that one. And then we'll be doing one more stream of this. And that will be final bag and the conclusion of showing its transformation, everything, all the features on it basically is what we'll do in our last stream. There we go. So one bag 11. And this looks like we're going to be doing some feet. So this is a whole page here of bits. So that done on top. Turn it round. That in there. Flick it round again. On there. Leaving up one. This piece on here is going to be connected just by them. Why am I getting booped? Right, so one of them. One, two of these. Kendall. Thank you. But enough. Thank you guys. I just appreciate any of you spending time with me. And I've got to know a lot of you over the time we've been here. I'm so grateful for that. Yeah, so that's all the pieces we need, and I should, yep, I do have it in the right place, thank God. I thought I forgot to move the page again for you guys. There, that's it. Um, and for anyone that's not been here regularly, guys, the bear is always claiming some sort of innocence. Even when there's evidence to prove otherwise. So it's going to go here, there. And that comes over here at the back. Okay. So we have this interesting shaped piece. Two of them, and then two of these ball and socket joints. So we do need just on the page with blowing up each time. So there's ball and socket joints going to go in here. Then that goes that way, that goes that way. Okay, so we have that structure there. I'll bring this in here and it's going to what? Be flipped and sit in that way. Two of these yellow bars. Three of them. One plate, one of them. So these are going to go through here and they're going to pin through everything here. There you go, so them pinned in place, so that's not moving anywhere now. Then we want to get this, all these slopes on it. Then flick it over, and we want this into that one. And that's going to go onto there. Okay. Two of these little grey ones. One of them. 1, 2. So little tyres. So these little grey ones are going to go onto here. Here. It's going to go on the front. Flick it over. Well, that should be good. That just stopped the feet sliding from underneath it. Yeah. Then we're going to get the main body. I feel this would have been easier to do without the main body attached. I'll put that in there. And here an audio clip did. I didn't see that on camera, so I just basically pushed that into there. And I think it's just the ball joint's just gone into these two holes on this. You can see on this side. So I did that off camera. I just realised that. Alright, so I'm going to be building the second foot here. Into there like that. Oops, sorry, I just realised I've gone to the full page there. I'm actually bringing it down for you guys to see what I'm doing. You can see what I was doing with the parts, but you couldn't see what the instructions were telling me to say. Them two in there, we're leaving a gap between the two. And two on there like that. So that goes that way, that goes in that one. It. So we're going to build this structure again. So that goes there, then we bring this back in. Turn this around, stick it into them. One, two of them. 1, 2, 3 of them. So shove these into these gaps again. So then 3 there. Turn this around. We want this on the other side that's there. Put that together. So this can go on the front here. Put the tyres underneath for the grip. And then it's going to show us to put the foot in. So this time I will make sure to do this one on camera for you guys. So there we go. You can see what we're doing here. So we've got these two pieces here that are going to go into these little sockets here. It says I should hear a click. There you go, heard the click. And then here it shows bringing the feet out. So it's going to come up on the back. And pull this. Oh, that is neat. So I'll try and do that better on camera than I did last time. So fold that piece down. When you fold the foot out, it brings the whole shin out with it. So that's pretty neat. And you do have the ankle locks on there. So there you go. But unfortunately, guys, I do have work tomorrow, so I would go a little longer, but I'm going to call it here. We're going to look for someone to raid, but we can do a quick look at what we did today. So we have one more full bag, which is missing a head. So it looks like, try and get the. So what are we missing? We're missing the backpack, the head, and the weaponry. Hi Birch, how you doing? Yeah, so it's got a few more parts to do yet. It's going good, Birch. We've got a good structure going. I am going to sort of end here because I do have work tomorrow. I got a couple of things to do before bed. So we will look to raid out very shortly, but there's some interesting parts in this thing. So we've been mainly focusing on the lower body here today, the legs. But what they've actually done here, which I can even get it to show on camera, when I push the foot in, this whole shin section just disappears. So that is a really neat, and as I put it back out, you can see how that, so that is really neat how they've done that. And they've actually put a rubber piece on the bottom of his feet, and he does seem to have fairly good movement in it. It doesn't seem to have any hips apart from in and out. Yeah, that's locked in place because the parts in front of that. Yeah, they've done some really interesting things here. So we have the working door on the chest as well. So they've done a lot of interesting things in this kit. I say we are going to look to see who we can mate into. Just because I do, like I say, I do have work tomorrow. I need to do a couple of things before bed. But yeah, so there will be a final part here for this series, for this stream, and that will be as complete. And then we'll have a look at the transformation and everything for him. But it's really interesting how they got the parts working on this guy. Where bits move and give you space for the parts. But I think I'm going to have some ad breaks running any second now. Yeah, so we're going to have an ad break. We're going to just snooze that actually. Dismiss that. Because we're going to look at... oops, I should snooze the ad. Wrong button. I pushed the wrong button. Yeah, so we're going to snooze the ads. And we're going to look to raid out. So let's just get this out the way so I can actually grab a keyboard. And do what we need to do over here. Because... So we're going to go to the ending screen, guys. Thank you everyone that's been here today. And that will allow me to bring my keyboard in place. So thank you to Cedar and Charms for the bits today. Thank you to Mama and Kendall for helping out with modding. And thank you to Reaper Mitsuki for the raid today. And I also need to say a big thank you to Emma for helping me create the new scenes we've had on here today. So we have new layouts specifically for the building. But let's see where we can make to, shall we? So we're going to see if we got anybody doing Lego building again, because that was a good one to go to last time. Well, you know what? I've seen someone. Wait, I know exactly where we're going to. So we're going to go. Sorry about that, guys. No, we do not want the ads again. Thank you. So we're going to go see. Oh, I've lost my train of thought now. Sorry about that, guys. Yes, there will be 2 messages pop up in a second. But that raid message should be... Oh, okay. I need to sort my raid messages out. Because I thought I had one that was for not subs, but we will get one done. So we're going to go into Nathan Builds things. We're going to get some messages up here from FrostyBot. It helps get some messages up for us. They also do the Lego build. And it's the top message if you're not subbed, I think it is when it does these. Yep, so top message if you're not subbed, bottom if you are. But again, guys, thank you everyone that's been here today. The flyers can be the worst, so we are going to go raid now. But you all have a great night. Enjoy the time with Nathan. And I will be back on Tuesday.